Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Thanks a lot for joining us. We're here and we are live. We're getting set for another massive weekend of Sorare action. We're here for the deadline show. As ever, I am Quinny and I'm joined as always by my co-pilot, Harry Trades. Harry, my man, good to see you.
Good to see you, mate. Yeah, good to see you.
No delays today, what do we think?
Nah, I doubt it. Not that I have anything to back that up. I don't think so, no.
No, maybe not this week. Last week was, I actually kind of forgot about it until I seen one of the comments there. I think it was limited whale. Fist bumps to everyone on arrival, by the way. I totally forgot about how last week kind of just, the air just came out the tires and it was like, okay, there's no deadline. Hello, everyone. How did you get on the last couple hours last week yourself?
I was going to say, even though we did have a deadline, obviously it was just extended, but I still managed to play. I managed to put one of the Merseyside Derby boys in a good lineup where, like I departed like with Soboslai, and I had him in under 23, thinking that would be my good super rare lineup. I moved into, was it 260? No, it was. What was the two specials we had? We had 260 last week, and we had. What did we have? It wasn't anti-stack, was it? Oh, it was. Yeah, it was. It was the cash anti-stack. It was. You know, like, and I had him in there.
So I was thinking forwards, but that's
yeah. I had him in there, and I ended up scoring like 380 points without him. So like, it would have been. I don't think I would have finished in cash, but I might have scraped the box or whatever. But yeah, that was I woke up Saturday morning thinking, what have I done? Because there was rumors obviously on the Friday. I just deprioritized in the wrong order, I guess. But yeah, it caught me off guard a little bit. That was the only one, to be honest, like out of the Liverpool lads. But yeah, it is what it is. What about you? Did you get stung?
I actually had a good bit of pain with that one. It's super rare, like Robbo, super rare. I only don't have it that long. And Coop Miners broke 70. Lorente did like 100. Like the whole team went off except for Robbo. That was pure pain. But at rare, I just put Robbo with Soboslai together so they kind of died together. It didn't really bother me too much. But the super rare one was proper pain.
Yeah, that's serious pain, isn't it? Jesus.
I wonder if I've actually got it somewhere to show for just before we get stuck right into it, because I actually forgot all about the Liverpool thing last game week. I had a lot of, I didn't quite nail it, but I had my double mids rip it essentially. So it was my D1 team as well got relegated, I think. Yeah, okay. Look at that, Coop and Aliesh. Two guys you've been waiting all year to happen. You know what I mean?
Happens at the same time, and yeah. I mean, yeah. Jesus.
What are you going to do, eh? What are you going to do? But you've been smashing it, Mr. Midweek yourself, haven't you?
A little bit. Nothing crazy. No crazy finishes, but I managed to scrape into the cash.
Just a bit of cash and some cards. No big deal for Harry Trades.
15 quid. Where was I? Did I hide it? Yeah, I accidentally hit it. 100 top 100 get cash. I finished 99.
What did you spend on the Muller?
I bought him a few weeks ago because of my Davies. Yeah, probably like a tenner, I think.
Oh, well done, mate.
10 quid on auction. But I had Seiveld, like Nicholas Seiveld, and we've been saying like, whatever. And he's L50 under 50 for this. He was 47. And he would have played instead of Saibari. Saibari hit the post, and Seiveld did like a 90. So, I know it's easy to say, but yeah, could have probably scraped 50 quid had I just stuck with my gut. Sorry. Cherky obviously went off yesterday, didn't he? I had Nuno Mendes go off as well, but the rest of the lads didn't do too much. This scrapes a box, kind of fun. And then the two tier 3s, were they two? I had two lineups, Quinny. Look at this. Well, they're not that close anymore. 44th and 48th in the same competition.
Love that.
So like Tadic didn't go off here, Pepe went off. Like it was just a bit of a mix and match. Sophie and Diop, by the way. It's time.
It's time. I seen his L5 is like proper good again, so
mate,
right in the deep end at Nice these days, isn't it? And he's swimming.
Yeah, he's probably the only one, sort of carrying right now with all the injuries and stuff.
Looks like he's been came out of a different guy, doesn't he? He's like totally different. Look at that, the classic one to the in season, like his face. It looks like he's like properly. He's seen some shit in the meantime, hasn't he?
He's had a rough few years, haven't he? Few years. But it was mad because like Unistal wasn't even like meant to play. Like nobody had any info on him because
Yeah, it's I've seen Titan
yeah.
in lineup building.
Right, so I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna just play this lineup, and if it's a box collector, it's a box collector, and it ends up finishing higher than my, my best lineup on paper. So that's just how it always goes, right?
Yeah, always the way.
Yeah.
Some great comments just coming in, actually. A wee bit more backup goalkeeper season is continuing, by the way. Pope out for a month. Deja vu this time last year. I think it's when Pope dislocated his shoulder or something, if I remember rightly. It was around Christmassy time. Dubravka or Odysseus, follow up from Bullstar here. Fist bump to you, my man. He reckons it's big Martin Dubravka. And I wanted to highlight this one as well from Phil Jones. Listen to this, Harry boy. 8th in best of Europe, all commons.
Wow, that's some going.
Well done to you, mate.
It must be Hakimi. I'm going to say Hakimi, Saka. What, Musiala maybe? Oh, even Olise went off. I bet you those 3 or 4 were involved. They have to be.
Yeah, they'd have to be, wouldn't they? But well done, Phil. Love that.
Yeah, that's unreal.
Were you going to say something on the goalkeepers there? Sorry, before I brought that up.
No, I was just going to say it's got to be Dubravka. I'd assume, but I don't know.
Yeah, fair enough. Well, good time to hit the matchups tab, I suppose. And like, yeah, this time of year it gets very Sorare. This page, doesn't it? And it's quite Sorare again, isn't it? You know, Sporting Ajax, Barca, Porto, Benfica, PSV, top 6 or whatever, and even all the way down to top 10. Newcastle with a nice fixture. Chef, you popping in there. A lot of red and white, a lot of stacks.
Yeah, lots of homes, couple of aways in there for PSV and Benfica, but very challenger heavy. 4 top 5, 6, top 6 out of 7 there, all challenger. With Barca sneaking in. So yeah, Salzburg are the only team there outside of Cordoba who are contender. Sorry, so obviously no Celtic and Rangers this weekend with the cup fixture. So yeah, it looks like Challenger is going to be a bit of a bloodbath. But then you say that a lot of these teams did play midweek, so there is that to contend with, as we always need to contend with. But I don't think there's a midweek next week, if that makes sense. Like next midweek, there might be cup games, but I know there's no like actual proper fixtures as far as I'm aware for most of these teams. So yeah, one of those like, well, we don't have to rotate as heavy, maybe because we don't have a fixture next midweek comes into play for maybe a few of these teams. But yeah, Challenger heavy, bit of champ, obviously, but nothing crazy. Like, I mean, I'm surprised you got like Chelsea, Newcastle, Arsenal vacating the top 15. So, is it a big Prem week? Probably got to think so, haven't you?
Yeah, I think so. It's going to be wide open. I was just trying to add in there another wee bannery thing, but I don't think I've got the. I don't think I can put 2 of them on at the one time. But I was going to say, I've actually got some cards to give away. I've got a Rio Hatate that I brought in last week, a neon Christmas edition one for the Best of Europe thing. I brought him in as a wee cheap limited just to go for it. And we also got donated a bunch of limited cards. Now, the way we're going to do the giveaway this week, I'll just show you the Hatate. I put a wee tweet out for it, but in case you've not seen it, it's an absolute belter. So we're giving that away in the live chat today on the show. No. Yeah. So what we need to do to get involved in this is get involved in the live chat towards the back end of the show, and we'll be giving that away. No. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Yeah. Let's just do it like that. We'll do the normal kind of pop quiz style, right? But we've got like 8 other cards to give away, and we're going to have a fastest finger first, a jamboree, go off for this. But we're going to do that when we hit 100 likes on the stream. There's over 100 of you joining us already on YouTube alone, never mind on Twitter and Twitch and whatever else. Wherever you are watching the show, don't forget to like and subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Put it in the group chats and everywhere else where you chat Sorare and football for the weekend with your pals. All the lineup projections on the show, of course, come from partners of the show, Predictify. Make sure to follow the instructions down below if you're going to go and get an account yourself, so you don't need to worry about cramming all this stuff in right at the deadline. But it's going to be a big show as we get towards the deadline. So when you get here, don't forget to smash the like button, support the channel, of course, and all that good stuff. So, sorry, Harry, I had that in the back of my head there, kind of distracted me for a moment. But yeah, it's going to be a good big one. I've said to you before we came on as well. Like, again, it's another one of these game weeks where we're really waiting for the dust to settle on the midweek football before you really get an idea of like rotations, strength of the team, and a few other bits and pieces. So it's going to be an interesting one. There's a lot of last minute team adjustments coming out on Predictify right now from press conferences, and I say the aftermath, especially of Thursday night. Denny, does any one team here jump off the page for you that's a wee bit underrated, perhaps?
Underrated. Just having a little scroll down just to see what's further down. So we get into City now. So this is the cutoff for 60%, I guess. Yeah, there might be a couple of. I mean, do we think Madrid away to Vallecano's not underrated, but maybe somewhere that just because it is away could be quite overlooked. Rennes at home to Angers feels quite interesting. Potentially for like your Blasses of the world. Tottenham, Southampton. I don't know if I could really back that. Bournemouth at home to West Ham.
Isn't it?
Yeah, you can't touch Tottenham, can you? I don't know, mate. It's right. Yeah, it's honestly really tough to call. Like, really, really is. Brighton at home to Palace, but again, probably can't touch Brighton there. I think the Prem's going to be really, really high scoring. Like, there's a lot of home fixtures that you've got to think could make for a high scoring week. That's the one for me that stands out from like a regional perspective. Bundesliga, I'm trying to think. Bayern are away. Bundes could be quite evenly matched this weekend, I think, because Stuttgart are away. Dortmund are at home, I believe.
Leverkusen away.
Leverkusen away. Gladbach could be sneaky. Home to Holstein Kiel. That could be the one if you can get that one right. Yeah, I don't know, maybe. Yeah, weird, interesting week, I'd say.
In my zero to hero team, spoilers for anyone that's not seen it, but 2 of the forwards I picked up for this game week are Gladbach.
Ooh.
Nice and cheap, decent fixture. Maybe a wee bit left field,
Yeah.
But you said home games in the Prem, Harry boys. That's a great segue to take us on to one of the better games that was on the tab there and start us off on the Prem. Top order here at the Emirates. We've got Arsenal at home to Everton. Arsenal looking pretty good in Champions League action. Midweek, their goals were all quite slick. Maybe could have scored a few more on the highlight package I've seen, certainly. But since the return of Odegaard, definitely feel like Arsenal are back at full power. The defence, though, we'll look at it. It went from being super solid, copy and paste every week, to now it's a real jigsaw puzzle. Partey looks to be coming in at right back. Although this Lewis Skelly guy looked pretty handy for when he came on Champions League. Kiwior on centre back, Magalhaes unlikely, Calafiori unlikely, Timber in at left back. So I don't know if it's highly rated this match for Arsenal. They're at home, really on the form they're in. It's hard to really argue it too much. They're not full strength. And Everton away, I don't know if this feels like a banana skin Arsenal game. Everton at the Emirates, is that something that's got some history maybe?
I don't know. I can't really recall off the top of my head, but it is really hard to see anything other than your Saka hundreds and Odegaard 85 pluses and Rice assist from a corner type of game here. But you're right, yeah, the defense is a bit dodgy, isn't it? Like Saliba's the only nailed one, even though he's been scoring a few goals actually. But outside of that, like he doesn't normally peak with AA alone. Gabriel kind of does that job. So yeah, no Gabriel if he doesn't play is a bit of a tricky one. Obviously, Partey's a mid-card, so that's not going to work. And then, yeah, Timber could do okay, I guess. But, yeah, it's only Saliba, really, if you are going to go Arsenal. I think this is the week where you probably don't pick an Arsenal defender here and you go, like, Trent or something, if you have Trent. That's kind of, for me, the play. Like, if you don't have anyone else, then fine. Like, you play Saliba. But I think there's so many better defender options in the Prem outside of Saliba, if you've got Raya, if that makes sense.
Not a case to be made for Timber in at left back if Everton give them possession.
He could do fine. I'm not saying he couldn't do okay, but I don't know if that would be like my pick over Trent if I had both.
Well, I was more thinking Saliba, but fair, yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I still think I don't know if I would risk it. I think I'd still go Saliba in that scenario, just because of like the headers from corners and stuff. Kowalski says Saliba and Kiwior are basically 100% to start. Okay, well, that's interesting then. So no Gabriel at all then.
Apparently, Calvert Lewin's on Arsenal's radar. That's just funny, isn't it? Arsenal always see for the last 10 years have forever been linked to like mid, like Prem strikers to come in.
Yeah,
like,
they never just go all out, do they? Like just go buy the £80 million forward. Don't be a cheapskate and pay 30 for fucking Calvin.
Yeah,
get Gyökeres in or whatever and just fucking call it a day.
Go for it, yeah. Liverpool, well refreshed as well. What did they do in the Champions League again? They were against
away to Girona.
Yeah, they won 1-0. Kind of seen that. Well, I thought they'd done a bit better, but hey ho. They're at home at Fulham, so they've maybe got a wee bit more juice in the batteries than normal ahead of this game. Liverpool, not playing last weekend, of course. team, again, pretty much picks itself, doesn't it? A lot of great candidates in this one because Fulham, won't be pushovers in a game like this, I don't think, necessarily, but like they really this could be the best Prem game on paper. Lots of goals potentially and some good all around to be gotten, some good offensive activity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is the one where I might go Liverpool double defense here. Robbo, Trent, Robbo, Van Dijk, Trent. Like there's definitely a combination to be had here. Salah obviously as your forward, and then pick your poison, I guess, in midfield. They could all do it. They could all do 80 in that midfield. Maybe not all at the same time, but one of them's going to do something similar to that. Maybe even two. It's just getting them right, obviously, every time, which is the $1 million question. But yeah, I think there's a Liverpool stack waiting to be winning something, I guess, this weekend.
Yeah. I was going to say, does Gakpo have midfielder cards? No, only forwards?
No, just forwards, I think. Could be wrong.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if he was one of those guys that had that at one point, like, oh, he's got forward cards, but the first season they were mids or whatever. But yeah, could be decent. Fulham, can't be totally written off, it must be said. I'm seeing the manager getting linked with some jobs, or people starting to say we should be giving him more credit, and all that kind of chat. So yeah, definitely an animal with some teeth, as it were. This is one of the best games of the game week, apparently. Newcastle at home to Leicester. You can kind of get why on paper, but no Pope, I think, opens the door to Newcastle conceding a goal in this one, where if they were full strength defensively, you think they build on the clean sheet and make sure they score one or two. But Leicester, although not fantastic, are definitely on the up. A wee bit of a bounce back here with big Ruud van Nistelrooy at the helm. So I don't know if that's maybe a wee bit of a misleading game strength-wise, although I do think Newcastle win this.
Yeah, if there's a banana skin in the Prem, as far as like fixtures go, I think this could be it, Quinny. Vardy's pacing behind Dan Burn and Shah.
And
Could
Daka from
be
the bench.
Daka, Buonanotte, Bobby Reed's not slow. Like they've got a bit about them, Leicester, with this Van Nistelrooy sort of bump. And mate, honestly, with the Pope situation, I worry a little bit, honestly. I'm not saying Newcastle won't go and score a couple of goals, but I think there'll be goals on both ends here. I really do.
Yeah, both teams to score feels appropriate, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Wolves Ipswich, this is a bit of an open match as well. Wolves kind of going from failure to failure at the moment. Really need the points quite badly at home to a team that they would be thinking when the fixtures come out, that's points we should be picking up. Tommy Doyle preferred to start this one, it looks like. Otherwise, the team is pretty as you were for the most part. Although Doherty's in at centre-back, down to availability, I think. No Dawson and no whoever else is normally in there. So, yeah, patchwork. Sam Johnson, 70% over Sa. He's back in the nets. And in Ipswich, I heard Haber on your stream saying he fancies Leif Davis to be the sneaky cheat code defender of the game week in Prem, perhaps. I can see why.
Yeah. It's not too left field, but it's definitely under the radar because they're probably away. Not to give Wolves too much credit, but yeah, I could definitely see it happening. Obviously, Cunha is the obvious pick, isn't he, for Wolves? I don't think you really touch anyone else outside of maybe Lamina if he plays. Maybe at Nouri. There's definitely an assist. Jurgen Larsson obviously got goals in him, on certain days. But I think this is quite evenly matched, to be honest. Like Amari Hutchinson, Delap, Smodics, obviously Leif Davis. Another potential banana skin. Not that it would be that much of a shock if Ipswich go and beat Wolves, but like this and the Leicester one, even though they're obviously underdogs on paper, I'm a bit worried for them, honestly. I really am. Because did you see what happened at the end of that Wolves game against West Ham when it obviously
No.
kicked off? Mate, Lamina went head to head with Glenn Murray, the fucking coach. Yeah, his head was completely gone. Like he started throwing Bowen on the floor. Like it was meant like he lost his head. I've never seen anything like it. Like not only to the West Ham players, to his own players and staff. So, and he's obviously one of the the leaders in that Wolves team. You've got to think on experience, mate. His head was finished. I think it was Monday night game, wasn't it?
I think those were Monday night.
They played West Ham. Yeah, mate, it was bad. Like I hadn't seen a player lose his head that bad in a while.
We dubbed it El Sacico. How could I forget?
Yeah. It was.
None of them get sacked. Nottingham Forest against Aston Villa is the next one we've got on screen here. Forest giving Man United a run last week. It was not a Man United fest, as it were. MGW bringing double decisive, if I remember rightly.
Had a couple, didn't he? I think, yeah.
Yeah, so at home at Villa. Villa played midweek. Good win for them against Leipzig. Very even match for the most part, from what I can see anyway. John Duran going to start over Watkins for this one, it looks like, alongside Morgan Rogers.
Wow.
This is a tough one. Yeah, this is a tough one.
This one's either 0-0, 1-1 for me. I don't know if... I don't know. Forest at home, though, are cheeky. Sam Ty showed me a stat, Quinny. I might butcher this, but Chris Wood has the best shot conversion rate in Europe for the last 1.5 years out of anyone in world football. I'm pretty sure. Well, yeah, European football, whatever. Yeah, he showed me the stats. I just couldn't believe. Well, I can believe it, but also it's a bit crazy as well.
It is. And yeah, screw call on this one. I don't know if there's a stack in it. Maybe take some strikers. Maybe this is an all-out attack kind of play. Maybe you get a few of the, because you've got guys like, you know, Callum Hudson-Odoi a forward, Chris Wood, like you mentioned, John Duran. Is Rogers a forward card?
Yeah, he is.
Aye. Plenty of all-out attack. Bailey as well. Plenty of all-out attack action here. Brighton at home to Palace. This is a derby, as far as they lead us to believe anyway. So, boring.
Yeah, Brighton Palace again, another potential banana skin after I watched Brighton give up that 2-0 lead against Leicester last week or the week before. Really late on, obviously, Vardy and Cordova-Reid doing their thing. Yeah, I've not got much confidence in Brighton, mate. I really don't. Not that I'm high on Palace, but you know, all these, you know, this fixture, the Newcastle one and the Wolves one, obviously the home teams are favourites, which kind of makes sense. But Prem's weird, mate. We know how weird the Prem can be, you know, and it just wouldn't surprise me. Will Hughes was one of the best scoring midfielders last week against City, I think it was, or whoever they play. It's just like, you know, there's so many things you just can't even begin to try and guess.
Yeah. It's a tight one again. Maybe this is a guy like a game for individuals, guys like Pedro perhaps. I don't know if any of the defenders could maybe stand out. Duncan's back in the fold here for Brighton. But like you say, maybe Will Hughes is I don't know if there's a hero in the full back areas for Palace perhaps, but yeah, very, very tough. And then it gets tougher. Manchester Derby. I know you're watching it at your place this weekend. And this should be the battle of the bloody noses, really, isn't it? Both of these teams are really struggling to get by. I did say on my midweek, like little deadline thing I kind of messed about with this week, Man United away to Pilsen. Do not take that for granted. Pilsen's like a proper home ground, you know, where, you know, they can level it a little bit. They won 2-1 in the end. It was quite tight, but neither team coming into this with anything remotely positive, which is weird AF, isn't it?
Yeah, like for how long now have we gone into these Manchester derbies over the last probably 8, 9, 10 years where it's just like City are going to just smash them outside of that Rashford one where he came alive. You know, but mate, yeah, I honestly, again, I think this might fall into the banana skin territory. Like you can't say, I know City are obviously favourites being at home, but not to say United have done much recently with Amorim yet, but would this surprise me if United turn them over? I can't say I'd be surprised, mate. I genuinely can't. In City's lack of form, I couldn't say that.
I think this being a banana skin means it's 0-0. If you get me.
Yeah, that or United just nick it. Like that. They're the only two things I can see happening. I just worry, mate. Like I don't know. I just can't see how it's going to just switch. You know, in a blink of an eye for City in a positive sense. I can't see it.
Yeah, it's a funny one. I don't know how to read it. I can just imagine this game just writes all the SO5 guys off. Like Bruno does a 48, De Bruyne does a 48, Haaland 29. You know, it's just one of those ones where everyone's just a write off. You know.
Yeah. And then like one defender does like 90. He gets like 78 or something crazy.
Yeah. Chelsea-Brentford, interesting game here. Chelsea much rested after their trip to Kazakhstan midweek. Full rotation here again. They made some funny changes midweek. And Nkunku didn't start. They started Mark Guéhi and somebody else. There's a guy called Raksaki started for them who's got the same name as like the Palace guy. I thought,
I don't know if they're brothers. I'm going to assume they might be with that sort of second name.
It's quite unique, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a very unique second name. I mean,
Double-barreled
both London clubs. I think, yeah, they could definitely be brothers or cousins or whatever. But yeah, they obviously rotated massively last night. Neto did play there, which was a weird one. Oh, it is his brother, fair play. But yeah, this is the beauty with Chelsea. Like they do have such a big squad that they don't. It doesn't matter if they played midweek because none of these players started. Actually, not one of them. Half of them, none of them even travelled, I don't think. So, you can write that off completely. I think this is, I mean, the way they played against Spurs, I know they conceded a couple of goals, but mate, they are just dangerous, man. Like when there's like everyone tries to, well, I think it was Basuma that tried to man mark Cole Palmer all game. Obviously, not to say Palmer didn't score from open play, but he was still pretty tricky and whatever, and did his thing. But there's so many other players you got to worry about. It's like frightening at this point. Like Jackson gives centre halves an absolutely very, very tough time with his pace and power and whatever. Sancho's just doing his thing on the left wing. Midweek didn't even start. I think it was. Did he start? I don't think he did. Yeah, that's Connor news. I had that in my Discord an hour or so ago. But
Backup goalkeeper season continues, man.
It is, mate. It actually is, isn't it? Valencia keeper. There's loads. But back to Chelsea, I really think this could be the fixture that pops off the scores this week on Sorare. Neto suspended. Got you.
I could see it. I liked Maresca's comments about Madueke, and like Maresca's totally. I didn't really have much of an opinion on him before this, but you're kind of going on like the Parma thing, being number 2 to Pep, and coming into this, you just like everyone thought this is just going to be another guy out of his depth, but man, huge doff of the cap, like for what he's got them doing. But then when you hear all this stuff he's doing with Madueke and how he's kind of approached that, you can tell like he's a coach's coach.
He's
if you know, he's actually bringing players on. You know, he's not just like, oh, we need to transfer some guys around, and we've not got the exact guy I want to play left back, so that means that the whole world's on fire, and whatever other excuses managers throw out at it. So fair play. And I think like if you looked at this squad and you said you get a really good version of Sancho and you get a really good version of Enzo, then there's not many teams, and never mind Palmer, of course, like you've already mentioned, but there's not many teams that have like that. Like you said, there's more than him you need to deal with. There's so much going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and
Caicedo, obviously. Yeah, and they're all peaking at the same time. It looks like Lavia might drop out here. I know he got knocked to the head against Kulusevski, but I thought Lavia was the best player on the field against Spurs. I was really shocked they took him off, but tactically it ended up working in their favour. It really did, because it meant Caicedo pushed on and Gusto came on or whatever. But mate, honestly, they're just so dynamic right now. I just don't think anyone can live with them, genuinely, outside of Arsenal and Liverpool give them a good game. But this is the fixture for me.
I heard a Chelsea fan saying after the weekend, Cole Palmer is the best player in the world right now. And I find it quite hard to argue against that, like in terms of like actual like football player, like who's the best right now at playing football.
No, I think it's Rafinha right now. If I'm pushed, yeah, it's got to be Rafinha. And then I'm going to say Yamal before Palmer, personally. I think they're better players. Not to say, like, I love Cole Palmer. Palmer probably comes to mind third, if I'm being honest. Like, that's just, yeah. That's just me.
So I can accept Yamal on, like, the basis of, like, he's so good. Just period. He tried another Travella for Rafinha against Dortmund.
Every game. Like,
it
every game.
Almost came off again.
17! Like, we can't... I'm sorry, though. Rafinha is the best player in the world right now, for me.
I get
Bellingham's been good.
I'm not saying like Cole Palmer should win the Ballon d'Or or anything, but I mean like you could play him in like 6 positions right now.
Oh, he could do anything.
Like if you know what I mean, like that's kind of what I'm trying to say here. If you know what I mean, I'm not trying to give it all Prem bias and like, oh, it's Cole Palmer's the next fucking Jesus Christ or anything, but like I just honestly, he just doesn't do anything wrong. He's so cool and calm. And it's like, that's the biggest part of it, is it looks easy for him. Everything he's doing,
so
like,
effortless.
He's not giving a fuck and he doesn't celebrate anything, like, it's just like, all right, done it.
They just built, mate, like, this like, a, like, new generation of footballers, like Elise is the exact same. He doesn't celebrate goals. Like, they're just, like, they're so good. Like, they don't need that sort of, they just don't need, like, they just don't care enough. I know that sounds crazy, but like Cole Palmer literally just doesn't care. Like, you can tell it's like he loves football, but he treats it as like a job in a lot of ways. Again, it seems like he does really still love the game and his job, but ultimately, like, he just is not fazed by anything. I can't remember the last player that's come along and is just like, you know what, I'm just here and I'm just going to do my thing every week and I'm just going to be cold. And that's just gonna be the thing, mate. I've not seen that sort of, that's sort of.
It's Zlatan-esque in a wee way, isn't it?
It is, mate. Yeah, but like a lot of the younger players are like this. Like they don't care. It comes across as I don't care, even though they do obviously care. Like
Yeah.
they're all just doing their bit. I don't know, mate. It's a weird sort of generation, I'd say. Like Yamal fits into that category. Like he seems like he's just having a doddle. He's just finding it so easy. It's just unbelievable.
Yeah, if he can get through life with that haircut, he'll be doing all right, won't he?
I mean, you can't have everything, Mikey Batson, can you? Jesus Christ. Like, what are you trying to... You weren't built in a lab.
Fair.
He's from Manchester.
We've got Southampton Tottenham on screen here, and like Harry said earlier when the match came up, like, don't know if you can touch this at all. Could be a great game for THB. We love to see a bit of that when it happens. Ryan Dibbling, maybe, or whatever his name is, Jay Dibbling, whatever. Maybe he does all right, but Tottenham, basically the same team that played against Rangers, full strength, it looks like. Again, but Kulusevski comes in to start, Solanke will come in to start. And yeah, man, like on the ropes again, Tottenham, aren't they, every week, it feels like.
Mate, look at that defense. All centre half pairing. Archie Gray is like a number 8, like number 6, number 8. Like he does look great, but like 17, 18, bless him. And then Dragusin, they'll have to just outscore Tottenham, Spurs here, surely, right? Like because there's goals to be had for Southampton.
Fraser Foster against his former club, clean sheet, revenge clean sheet. Revenge penalty save.
Revenge last man tackle.
Hopefully we get one of them. But yeah, if you've got Spurs cards, I think you just go for them. But you got to do this, don't you? Just
I think any of the forwards, like you can. I wouldn't be touching any of the defenders if I'm being honest. And you say that now, watching Adogi and Porro get decisives or something. But
what class of card is great? Because he did play a bit of right back for Leeds.
I think he's a mid. Yeah.
That could have been sneaky. Bournemouth against West Ham. You kind of fancy Bournemouth to take this as an easy one. I think this is another potential banana skin just because you'd never know. With some of these teams like West Ham, they just seem to get a win somehow and keep the guy in the job, don't they?
Yeah, no, they are sort of fighting for their lives and the manager's job, I guess. But Bournemouth at home does feel a little bit, or it comes with maybe a bit more. Yeah, no, I'm playing him in D1. He's in Champ D1, mate. He's in. He's earned the right. But yeah, no, honestly, I don't know if West Ham do much here away to Bournemouth. I think at home, tight pitch, it's a different sort of climate than obviously at the Olympic Stadium. So I don't know. I really struggle to see how Bournemouth don't sort of steamroll West Ham here.
Yeah, a low scoring game written all over it.
Yeah, you've got Monday night as well. By the way,
the reason I had that in my head is the Mikel Antonio thing as well. You know, so you'll get a little bit of that in the changing room. Got to do it for Big Nick, you know, and they'll all have a T-shirt underneath their shirt that they'll
score.
This is for you, Mick. You know.
Yeah,
so
hope he does.
They'll have a wee bit of that stardust with them. You know.
Yeah.
Fairy godmother shit.
100%.
Bundy, since you said it was quite open, we'll go there next, I suppose. We've got Freiburg, Wolfsburg, top of the order here. Teams are on screen. And Wolfsburg, you know, we've thrown them shade a little bit this year, Harry, but they're cruising high in the Bundesliga right now. They're like 3rd or 4th or something. No midweek football to wrestle with, of course, so they're going week to week. But this squad of guys that are like 6, 7 out of 10 are like clicking, you know, and they're winning, getting some points without being wild. There's the team. I think we've all come to love this centre-back over the last week or two. He's been popping up everywhere on all the scouting pages. And then Vavro and Grabara coming in from Copenhagen, bringing that partnership with them, is finally upgraded to the Bundesliga. So it's a little fun team. Good budget outfit somebody might have went for, but I don't think there's any 70 pluses in this team, really. It's just all 54s and 68s and that kind of crap.
I'm pretty sure Max Arnold had an error led to goal last week. I could be wrong on that, but he's had
double decisive. So it kind of he had a good game, but he had double decisive, negative, positive.
Yeah, away to Freiburg though, not easy. Griffos and Doans. I know Griffo was benched last week, came off the bench, he got an assist, so maybe he works himself back in. But yeah.
And Amora doing great here for Reddit stories. Love to hear that. We've then got Augsburg at home to Leverkusen. This is the Augsburg team on screen. All the usual suspects are there. And the Leverkusen team, yes, Ali Esch is getting in the fold. He's been Bundesliga-fied by Xabi Alonso, and he's now in the team. Nordi Mukiele, by the way, my other guy I've been sitting waiting on getting into the team, scored the winning goal against Inter Milan. I don't know if you've seen it. Wasn't great.
I didn't see the goal, but I saw he scored. I thought of you straight away.
So let's hope that's just a matter of time for that one as well. But yeah, looking good. And without Boniface, like Wirtz is now becoming like he's always been a forward, but he's now becoming like the forward in the team.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a bit of a development, which is fun to watch because his AAs just go through the roof.
Right. Yeah, big time.
Went on a 79 last week. I stand corrected, non-stick llama.
Yeah, there's a couple of decent scores in that Wolfsburg team, but yeah, I don't know.
Gladbach, and I went with Kleindenheist and Alisson Player's a kind of one decisive mid-70s kind of guy. Kleindenheist is a punches and bunches forward at home at Holstein Kiel. I thought they were a good shout. And this is a pretty strong team. Honorat, Stoger, Reitz, Sander. That kind of five supporting the striker is decent. Itakura's a good shout for this week as well. He's a defender that can get 80 in matches like this. So if you needed one, there's one.
Yeah, odds are pretty high on Gladbach to do a bit here, which I get. But yeah, it's just who gets to the decisives. If Stoger plays, like Stoger could be the boy this week if he does get the nod. Came off the bench last week against BVB, did well, so maybe he's earned his spot back. Seems like.
Yeah. And then we've got the Mainz team there at home to Bayern München. We've got Amiri there. I think that's what everyone's after, him and Zentner. And the Bayern team, Pavlovic comes back in to bench Goretzka, which is a gutter. Thomas Muller is taking Kane's place up front, which is a great budget pick, maybe for ultra attacking as well. I was close to doing it for my main account, picking up a rare for I think the classic rares were like £6 this week. Maybe a bit more now, but
yeah.
It's not bad for a Muller away to Mainz for ultra attacking. I thought didn't go for it.
I actually bought a classic yesterday because collection bonus for literally £6. I think I bought it off one of the bots to bump my Kimmich up to 2%. So yeah, I have a super. I have an in-season and a classic this week. Maybe I'll use them in that ultra attacking comp.
Yeah, should be good. Peretz is in the nets as well. So if you've got the backup goalkeeper season, it just keeps on going on.
Mental, yeah, it's nuts.
Yeah. That's a big lesson for next year in season for anyone that is newer. Is like if you can't afford an in-season keeper, just get a few of those backups that have one hand on the or have one glove on. Let's just I don't know the expression would be 1 foot in the door, one glove on it already. I don't know. Union Berlin ball comes on screen here. What was that?
One glove on the post or something.
One glove on the post, yeah. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of works ish.
Yeah. St. Pauli are at home at Werder Bremen. Teams are on screen here for you. Ducks up front. Heidenheim, Stuttgart on screen.
I think it's pretty open this week, Bundes.
Yeah. Your boy Karazor rinsed it last week, didn't he?
Yeah, last midweek I think did really well, or maybe the weekend. Yeah, did really well.
And the Dortmund team's starting to look a bit like me as well. Kuto, Sabitzer, that wee Grossa one last week. That's fun.
I've seen the Schlotterbeck injury isn't as bad as first feared. I think he's out for a couple of weeks, I think, or maybe even a bit less.
Alumgera Kabar looks to be coming into partner Emre Can at centre back. So again, another wee cheap in-season option maybe for someone if he's got cards. He's got pictures certainly. So it might be him, maybe Ryerson or Anton. I think that's an availability thing. Ben Sebaini is who I seen was on to play centre back and they play a left back. So very threadbare defence for Dortmund. I guess Hoffenheim, so that just opens the door up for this to be 4 each.
Could be, mate, couldn't it? Jesus. I'm just interested there. Tom Burshop, is he pushed out? Yeah, it's interesting because he's normally been playing CDM, as far as I'm aware. So
they must fancy just getting him into a pocket and just we're going to put you over there, pal, and you're going to just cook.
So, lads are saying in the chat, Ben Sabani will be centre back. It'll be that Kabar left back. So yeah, you are.
So that Kabar is a left back then. Interesting.
Yeah. Kramrich has fallen off a cliff, by the way, hasn't he? Have you seen his scores recently, mate? You can't buy a decisive.
Yeah, he is old. Was he 34?
Yeah. I don't know if he's that old. He definitely could be. He's definitely close to 30s. I know that for a fact. Pushing, early 30s. I'm sure I could be wrong, but
let's have a wee peek. 33.
Okay, yeah. He's definitely
out of contract end of this year. This is the swan song, isn't it?
Does that feel like an MLS move to just absolutely smash it somewhere?
The thing with Kramaric, I think people maybe forget this, or maybe people know it's the only reason they've heard of him. But after Leicester won the league, he was the guy they spent a lot of money on, to try and take them into the Champions League, and they couldn't do anything in the Prem, and he's just been at Hoffenheim ever since, really. So he did get a big contract once for like a minute, and also I'm sure Hoffenheim have looked after him quite well. So I don't know. I don't know if he's an MLS guy. I suppose he could go to MLS. I've seen him more as just going back to Croatia or something like that, or maybe go to Spain, because Croatians do all right in Spain. Like a Sevilla type player or something like that,
Yeah. Yeah, I can see it.
But at 33, yeah, you've got less interest in you than at 28 or whatever.
Big time.
So yeah, that's goals galore. It feels like. Avoid the goalkeepers like the plague there for that fixture. And then Leipzig at home at Frankfurt, by the way. And Frankfurt, they got to know Ryan Cherky really well. They got to know how good Cherky is so well that Marmoush is now rethinking his career path. Marmoush is thinking about playing basketball. I don't know if you know that. But you've seen Cherky playing, and he's like, I don't know if I'm even playing the same sport as this kid. Yeah, and he's close to hanging up the boots. So if you're a Marmoush fan, you better watch out.
Yeah, this kid's off the charts, isn't he? I think that's what he was probably thinking to himself. But yeah, Cherky had a night of his own, didn't he, last night, I think?
Yeah. So both these teams on the receiving end of a horrible result. Both conceded 3 midweek. Frankfurt lost 3-1. Was 3-2? Forget.
Yeah.
Leipzig lost 3-2 to Villa.
Yeah.
So both of them will be looking to come back into domestic action, and both of them are kind of high enough in the league, where it might just be like, forget that shite. Let's just focus on beating this team up now. So again, could be quite typical Bundy. Could be like a 2 each match or something like that. When is it going to be Van der Voort season? Is what everyone is asking. I don't know if you've seen the Leipzig goals that they conceded, but like, Jesus, come on, man. Give Van der Voort some chances.
He is due a chance, isn't he? You'd like to think.
I do like to think. There's the Frankfurt team again. We'll go to La Liga next. Valladolid, Valencia is some Friday night football. Again, I think Valencia are quite well favoured for this one, but they've not been great themselves. So it's not like a great game, a great stack or whatever. I'll be running mine, of course, but not holding my breath on it. We've got the backup goalkeeper season, Dimitrievski, in the building. And as soon as I buy a defender, they might bloody bench him. So I don't know how to think of about that, but I've had to deal with it last minute. And yeah, I fancy Valencia on a Friday night. Could be a good 1-0 team, a good 1 or 2-0 win.
Yeah, I think it's 19th versus 20th, I believe. So yeah, battle of the league losers.
Kramaric automatic contract extension, so that's maybe so they can get a few quid for him, maybe. But yeah, Espanyol also soon next. Teams are on screen. Nothing terribly exciting for either, I don't think. But there you go. Mallorca at home to Girona. Decent. Wee Mallorca team these days. Girona just going from bad to worse every weekend, it feels like.
If there was ever going to be a week where Barca dominate this La Liga comp, it's probably this week, isn't it? Even though, yeah, if you can get it right.
Ferran Torres season, by the way.
He's back.
Ferran Torres season. Where's PSU fans? That's another
the
one.
Shark
loves to shit on Torres.
He just comes out of nowhere, doesn't he? And just scores random goals from the bench.
It's just a wee poacher's dream, but I liked him because he was like he's like a talented winger,
He
but
was, wasn't he? At Valencia,
like, tapping merchant.
Yeah, I know. It's weird. I was saying to you, wasn't it? Like, he's lost all his pace. Like, he used to be rapid at one point. Yeah. I remember when he was like 18, 19, and I think, yeah, it was around those Sorare times where we first started, and I used to watch him and think, oh my God, like, this kid's like wicked. Like, there wasn't many Spanish wingers like him, right winger, right-footed, would take you to the byline and that sort of thing. He's basically like your Emi Pino is now kind of thing, but not as quick.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just thought he could be a very interesting winger, but yeah, he's definitely changed his game up. Maybe injuries, I don't know, whatever. But yeah, Rafinha's the interesting one. They said just cramps.
It's against Leganés, but it's an easy one to just sit him for.
It is, yeah. This is the issue with a lot of these big fixtures. Like, there could be those left field benches that just kill you. Like, it could actually quite easily happen. Yeah, Ferran was the reincarnation. That's a really like accurate description. He
Where
was
is it?
quite what Tobe said there.
Oh, I
Ferran was
see
the
it there.
reincarnation of Navas. Yeah, I can definitely see it. Like,
With a wee bit more finesse about him.
yeah.
Young Ferran could
Agreed.
bang a free kick or swing a good.
Oh yeah, way more
You know.
like ceiling, a bit higher ceiling, but like a very similar sort of running style and stuff.
And again, guys, no matter where you're catching any breaking news, drop it into the live chat. If you're catching on the Twitter timeline, press conferences are happening all the way to the deadline. But Graham doing his part is dropped in here. Arteta Gab is trained with the team and could be available. Unfortunately, Calafiore is not ready as of yet. And guys, we've got a bunch of cards to give away. We're at 80 likes. As soon as we get to 100, we're going to rapid fire give away 8 cards. We'll give away the Real Hatate at the end of the show. Celtic aren't playing tonight, or this game week, sorry. So there's no pressure on that. I'm fearful for Lewandowski. I think that's maybe the part of it as well, as like there could just be an easy rotation point here. Yep. You know, Barca doing so well right now. The defense feels like it's pretty set, and they're looking for some consistency, you know, to get that synergy up, as it were. But yeah, when you've got like Fermin Lopez is, you know, still in and around the squad. Pedri's not even pictured here. Ferran Torres. They've got good second stringers now, you know, like Ferran being the weakest of your second string is the place Barca want to be, rather than when Ferran was like the best second string player they had. That was like not, you know, really where they want to be. So he's obviously got better. I'm a big fan, of course, but just kind of painting this out as it is. But yeah, good one for them. They could hose La Liga, as you said, Harry, if you can get the team right.
Yeah, if you can get it right, yeah, that's the only, well, the biggest fear. Yeah.
Yamal and Olmo, it feels like one of those game weeks for me. Sevilla is on the screen here. They're at home at Celta Vigo. This will be a fun one. I quite like a lot of the Jesus Navas. Speak of the devil, he's still going. But now he's playing up front again. He's not playing right back anymore, which is good. And they're taking on Celta de Vigo. Their team smashing.
Tell you who's good for Sevilla right now, Quinny, is Luca Bacchio. Have you seen his scores?
Not recently. Let me go and check. He's been linked to people.
Is he?
Like,
he's always linked, isn't he?
Yeah, so he's always linked. Yeah. Sevilla are always skint these days.
Right, yeah. Look at that L5.
Yeah, that's handy.
Like, look at the AA for a 4. Yeah.
Where's he getting it?
And a big chance missed.
4 contests won, 2 shots on target, 6 from possession. Jules win. Yeah. What about this one? 11 Jules won. Wow. 33 passes for a forward's handy. 1 contest. Yeah, so it's like pace. His pace is getting him at AA. Fair enough. If you can get decisives, then that's what you're after, really, isn't it? Fair play. Not a fan, but if he's working, he's working. And yeah, that's a tight game. Vallecano at home to Madrid. This is a bit of a Madrid derby. Still no James. So James watch continues on. And no Cameo, gutted for me. But EC Paison's going to start, as well as all the other guys. Ratiu, who's been linked away in January. 1 or 2 other players that are halfway decent. But Rodrigo's back in the building. There'll be no Mbappe for this one. And Brahim Diaz is having those like 3 good games a season he's having. You know, like he's clocking them in and out, it feels like. And he'll be preferred over Guler, it looks like. So, yeah, I feel like this could be a very good AA-based Real Madrid game, you know, where they're just bossing duels, passing like mad, win 2-0.
It's just breaking them down, isn't it? I remember watching this fixture last year, like actually not live in the stadium, but I remember I needed Madrid to do something, probably video, you know, Rodrigo, and they just got, like, they just couldn't really break them down. It was quite worrying, but yeah.
The exact same kind of thing, but on a smaller scale. We've got Atletico Madrid and Getafe and a bit of a Madrid derby again. Again, a bit of an attack versus defence situation, like you're saying there, Harry. Atleti are at home, but it makes me feel clean sheets quite possible for this one. Spider-Man's on it. Griezmann is on it. Llorente living his best life. RDP favoured over Barrios. Barrios looked good midweek. But this could be a big one in La Liga.
Yeah. Griezmann's probably the player, isn't he? If he does play, which it kind of looks like he is. You've got to think he's 100 capable here. Yeah.
So La Liga might be actually quite tight. Barca versus Atleti. We've got Deportivo Alaves on screen here. JJ is going to play. Love that. Against Athletic Club. Still Julian that's in goals. No Unai Simon yet. Both the Williamses are on. Nico's 50-50, but Sunset's there as well. Sociedad won a game in Europe. Looking good against Dinamo Kiev. And, the left back I've got in season might play. So that might help me with the Valencia guy that's missing, actually. Sucic is on to play. That kind of helps me, I suppose. Zubimendi on a 50-50, they reckon. I wonder why. Did he get a knock last night or something?
There's a player last night that played for Sociedad, centre mid. It was like his first ever game. He scored like 60 AA, midfielder.
I don't think it was. Was it Ola Sagasi? I don't think it was.
It was high. He had like 30 AA by like 20 minutes, and then he went on to score dark green. I'm pretty sure.
I think it was Ola Sagasi. The wee. Yeah, this guy. No, 38 AA. Oh, Urko. Oh wow, defender card. Nice.
Is it defender card? Is that
7 tackles, 1 in midfield.
Wow. Yeah, that's him. Yeah, 68.
I didn't realize I didn't have the share screen on.
I'm not bad.
You know your stuff, mate.
I couldn't remember his name, but I didn't realize he's defender card. That makes sense.
Through the roof, man. Might need to watch out for that myself. But yeah, Zubimendi. That's a bit of a headache for me. Lastminute.com.
Sociedad was the stack yesterday, I think, if you could get that right.
I had a good spine of them, but I had fucking Timo Werner in that team instead of Oyarzabal. Like an idiot. If I played Oyarzabal, I'd have been screaming. I had Take get an assist by Big AA. Braze was okay.
You played Werner over Oyarzabal.
Aye. I played Oyarzabal in a different team with like Cherky and stuff like that. So he was in a good team
Rangers
as well.
Bias coming through there.
Yeah. I put the Tottenham guys together because
fair enough.
Foster as well in goals. This is the Las Palmas team that are playing Sociedad. Villarreal Betis, tough one to call. No Comarisana. Jose Perez is back. Change of goalkeeper. Luis Jr. in goals now.
Another back up. He's really good. Remember when I said they signed him from Famalicão and I was like,
oh, was it that guy?
Yeah, but he never had a card. That's him. I swear.
Yeah. Oh, I should have bought him. I forgot
Brazilian
about him.
Guy. I know. We both missed the boat on that one.
Oh, yeah. He'd have been the perfect guy to buy.
He was quite expensive from the start, though, I think.
Was he? I'm just looking at him now.
Like, he was never backup price, as far as I'm aware, but I definitely could be wrong on that. Yeah, I guess he was, yeah.
You kind of want 20 quid for a guy like that.
Because start of the season, we didn't really know who was going to be number one. So I feel like his price was higher then than it probably was, obviously before this injury.
Yeah. And then they've got a backup keeper here as well. Fran Vietes or whatever. So, yeah, backup keeper season rolls on.
What's going on?
Quite a full strength team, but Altamira, Cardoso, Lo Celso, first time we've seen that kind of engine room back together.
Yeah. Yeah, they're definitely looking a bit stronger, but tough game away to Villarreal, isn't it?
Yeah, and then the last one there's Barca. We've already caught that. I think we'll hit France quickly, fire through that. We've got Toulouse, Saint Etienne. Teams are on screen. Back 5, usual suspects are all there. For Toulouse, Saint Etienne. Again, usual suspects are all there. Marseille at home to Lille, Harry. This is a stat killer, isn't it?
Yeah, you'd like to think so. Marseille found a bit of form again, so I don't know. I do worry for Lille here, honestly.
Have you seen Greenwood scores?
Yeah, he's been class, hasn't he? As hard as that is to say. He even missed a pen last week and scored like 80 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's so good at football.
I mean, I don't want to praise him too much, but he is probably too good for that league.
Yeah. I think the thing with it as well is because people do want to just forget about Mason Greenwood, they forget that he is definitely better than Marcus Rashford. There's no two ways about it.
Way better.
And people's expectations of what Rashford could do, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Anyway, looks like Amarim's had enough with him as well. Maybe we'll see he moves on. Lille team looks handy, pretty full strength as well. So it'll be a tough game to call. Back again, a game like this could be 0-0 very easily. French football can do that to you, where you think, oh, this could be a slobber knocker. Both teams smashing each other in the face, and then it's a battle of the keepers. Chevalier and Rulli came out with it with 80s or something.
Definitely, mate. Yeah, could definitely see it.
Auxerre Lons, teams are on screen. Auxerre and White here. Not too sure who the main players were looking for. Keanu Hoover's there. Leon and goals is there.
They've dropped off the boil a little bit recently. Auxerre, I only know that because I have that pairing.
Yeah,
they haven't been as punchy recently.
And Lons has got the same problem. Another one of our new favourite centre-backs. Kusanov is there. Danso's in the building. Facundo Mina. Again, I really like this defensive stack that Lons got. I think someone did well with it last weekend.
They smashed last weekend.
Samba, Medina, and maybe Kusanov or Bamba. Danso, I forget which one, but it was Medina was one of the defenders.
Yeah, all 80s and above last week for that middle sort of pairing. I have that Thomason, so I was sort of keeping an eye on the scores. But yeah, being away and they're still heavily favoured here. If they do get the clean sheet, you're looking at big scores again. I think high upside on a lineup like this.
Fulgini's got cards finally. Does he score good?
He's been okay. Yeah, he's been okay. I think he's had a couple of decent cameos.
Used to be, he's 28, yeah. Used to be, yeah. Not as exciting as I thought, but decent. Ream Monaco. Ream's on screen. Your boys are all there, Harry?
They are, mate, but they're fucking letting me down recently. They're, yeah. Well, I say that. I actually bought the keeper. I bought, what's his name? Diouf. And he's been really good. Like, he got a clean sheet away last week. I've only had him a week, but tough game here, even though they're at home. But yeah, Ito and Nakamura have been off it. I think, again, they tried to, assist one another last week, and one got a BCM, one got the BCC. It's just, yeah, it's tough for those two right now. But yeah, hopefully they bounce back this weekend. Monaco though, goalie, obviously, yeah, goalie-less in some way with no Majeki. So, I mean, it's not a bad replacement though, is it, Philip Cohn?
Not bad at all. Teze comes in at right back. Who was it that made the gaff for Monaco? Who was it with the crap pass back to the keeper? Was it Singo? I don't know if you've seen the Arsenal goals, but Havertz pressed. No. Havertz pressed the keeper. The keeper gave it to the centre back. Told him it hit the full back, but then the centre back passed it back to the keeper. And who was it that got that goal? Was it maybe Odegaard or somebody? Saka maybe?
Yeah.
Oh, it was Salisu, says Charlie. I was going to say that was like bad, whoever did that. So it was Salisu. He's been bombed.
Ex-Southampton, isn't he?
Yeah, right enough. A wee bit of Prem stage fright returning there. Montpellier on screen. We're all just checking for Teji and Lecomte. They're both there. This Nurdine, but I've seen cards of him going about. I think people like him.
Good player. Yeah, he's been around for years. Saint Etienne boy. He was around when Mbappe was kind of growing up type of thing, and it was like, who's the best? Nurdine or Mbappe. He was like the closest thing to him for like, a year or so, whatever.
Interesting.
But yeah, my boys.
Yeah, Diop in the engine room there, controlling the game.
Yeah, Sofian's doing his thing. They lost yesterday against USG. Bolka scored nearly 50 AA as a keeper.
You need a Polish goalie in your life, man.
Yeah, you do. Klaus looks to be back. He came off the bench yesterday, so let's hope he's fit. But I don't know if I'm going to risk him, to be honest. I think Luche, who's behind both of them, I think he plays, if I'm being honest. Go on.
Sorry, Harry. We have just hit 100 likes, right? So, guys, what you need to do now, right, is I'm going to give you a signal, right? What will the signal be?
Buy signal.
You ready? This will be the signal.
Go on.
Okay. Now, what I need you all to do is open up the live chat, type in your club name and manager name, whatever one I need, right? And keep it there. Next time you hear that noise, the first 8 squads I see come into the chat, you win the cards. Okay? So hang fire, get ready live chat. I'm not going to tell you when it's going to happen, but now that we've hit 100 likes, we're open. And when you hear that noise, one more time in case you didn't hear it the first time, this is a test, right? You'll hear this noise. And when you hear that noise, I want to see his names, squad names, fill in the live chat. The first 8 on my screen will be sending cards to. Sorry, Harry, on you go.
No, you're good, mate. You're good. Yeah, no, it's just tough to get it right, to be honest, with the defenders and stuff, with the lack of Dante and whoever else. But
and we've got Brest at home to Nantes. Brest team is on screen right now. Brest is on screen, guys. Not safe for work. And then there's a Nantes team. A bit more safer for work, perhaps.
You know what? Remember I told you I sold that Moses Simon super rare?
Yes.
He did an 80 on the weekend.
Yeah. Seen him in a builder last night. He's still cooking. Le Havre home to Strasbourg. Teams are here. Strasbourg have got some smashers. Bakwa could be back on form in a game like this, you think? Andre Santos does his thing. Petrovic, good game for him, maybe?
Yeah, this could be really high upside. Like those Lons, like there's a couple of away teams that are there's still favourites here. Monaco the same. Like if they can, grab the clean sheets, the defensive stacks could look really punchy on AA.
I think so too. Rennes Angers, you mentioned it earlier. This could be a big game in the game week potentially. Jordan James in the middle here. Again, this is a real kind of all-starish Rennes team. Like all those players are decent enough cards to some extent. So depending on how it shakes out, could be good. Angers is on the screen here. And then the final one we've got in France is the big one in France. It's PSG at home to Cherki. So this is the PSG team. No Kang In Lee on to start, so
He starts.
he's going to start. We know that already. Hakimi is going to do another 100 in this one. And yeah, Goncalo Ramos, Vitinha, strong team.
Yeah.
Is this the best PSG have been?
For a little while, you'd have to say so, wouldn't you? Like since like the Messi, Neymar. Is that a test?
No. Look at the chat. Do you see it, Harry? Fucking love that, guys. Great shift. Love it. Oh, I don't know how that looked on your screen, but I've got the little live studio on YouTube to one side, and it just moved, just
went nuts.
Love it, guys, love it. Right, I'll dig out the top 8. I'll start firing cards over to you. This is the Leon team that's on screen here. Cherki is just all things to all men. I put a tweet out last night saying he is going to be the one that saves us all. He is going to be the one that keeps the love of football for not the tactics and not the don't lose possession, win your duels, phases of play, transitions, zone 14, all that shit.
All out the window.
Yeah, against all that, Ryan Cherki is the standard bearer for it all. And yeah, the one-man team at the moment. Can he do it against PSG, Harry? Can he get one decisive and pull in a B80 for us?
I think 80 could be a bit punchy, but yeah, I'm definitely down for a decisive, mate. Yeah, I wouldn't say no.
Love it, guys. Honestly, fantastic. Marquise, you were top. Well done, mate. Just to share that one. And then we're on to the final league, and then after this it'll be co-pilot time and we'll start pinging some cards out. I still have a neon edition Hatate to give away. We'll do that pop quiz style at the end of the show, so make sure to hang on to that. Thanks to everyone for helping us smash the like goal. We're charging towards 120 likes already, so thanks very much. There's over 200 of these live on YouTube, so thanks to everyone that is joining us today live. There's a bunch of you on Twitter and X and Twitch and all these other places as well. Wherever you are watching the show, like, share, retweet, all that good stuff, guys, of course. And we've still got another bumper card to give away before we get out of here and get into the weekend. We've got Empoli at home to Torino. Teams are on screen here for you. It's one of the Esposito brothers on screen. I know they were getting, they went mini viral after last weekend, didn't they?
Yeah, it felt that way, didn't they? They did their thing big time. All three.
And there's a Torino squad. Next up is Cagliari at home to Atalanta. Atalanta will feel pretty gutted not to get something against Real Madrid midweek, but they're looking good to try and win the league this year. And they won't be taking this for granted. This could be a good Atalanta match. A nice wee 3-0.
Yeah, I can see it. I can definitely see it.
Udinese, one of my teams to be good for clean sheets and all that, caper in this little window against one of their harder teams. Oh, change of keeper as well, by the way. No Okoye. Another backup in the fold, Harry.
What is going on? Genuinely, goalkeepers have been plagued recently.
Razvan Sava. Never heard of this one in my life. I'm going to go have a wee peek at him. 22-year-old Romanian. One rare on the market for 65 quid. Limiteds are looking at 8 quid. Don't know if that's a bargain or not, but there you go. They're taking on Napoli this week, so it's maybe not the week to buy them. But yeah. There's a Napoli team on screen. Juve Venezia. Wow, Juve just after beating Man City at home to Venezia. This could be maybe Juve have a good week.
Potentially, yeah. It's hard to pick a complete 5, isn't it, with them? But yeah, I'm not against a couple of them going off.
Venezia team on screen here as well. Lecce against Monza. Monza have just signed someone interesting. Who was it? Someone good is going to Monza.
It's Casadi, whatever his name is, from Chelsea.
Chelsea kid, yeah. This is the Lecce team that's on screen who are taking on the aforementioned Monza, who are here. I think he could. We've seen Sensei get some good scores, running that midfield for Monza, and Sensei was always half injured and never played more than 3 games at a time. So Cassidy could be all right.
Yeah,
just a wee AA merchant.
Definitely.
Bologna Fiorentina. I'm not sure this is some sort of derby. I think they're around the same region of Italy. I might just be stretching on that one, but yeah, both teams will be after this. Bologna not been that good this year, of course. Fiorentina have been kind of the surprise team in a lot of ways, doing very, very well. Team's okay enough, I suppose.
Yeah, it's fair enough, isn't it?
Yeah. Parma team here. Hellas Verona team here. And this guy, by the way, Harry, he was popping up in some charts. So maybe something you shared, in fact. But I thought, I better bring his name up to Harry because Harry's obviously got that signed Verona shirt from Darko Lazovic. So I'll be keeping tabs on it. But this guy, Reda, I think it might have been one of those charts you shared about Bischoff. Or
yeah, the defensive duels.
Can't remember. If you search this guy's name, Bella Heine, on Twitter, you'll probably find it. But he was in some charts. He's a guy to watch out for. Maybe makes a January move somewhere better and pops on the radars of some other folk. But then got Como Roma. Como's team is here. Pepe Reina in goal still. Roma team on screen. We've got 2 more in Italy. We've got Milan at home to Genoa. Milan team's looking pretty tidy. And then Genoa. And then the final one in Italy, we've got Lazio, who finally do have a predicted team coming through. Providel in goals. Isaacson, Pedro, Zaccagni, fun team. No Tati for me, but. And then Inter. As strong as it gets, surely. But guys, I've recently started playing an football management game called MFL. You've probably heard me mention it on the Deadline show for the last couple of weeks. This week was actually the end of season 1, which is good. Registration, it was fantastic. I've got a playoff game to play tonight, Harry. I finished second, going for promotion. It's all been good.
Yeah.
So check out the end of season video that went out. But I've got a playoff to play tonight, so there'll be another video probably out tomorrow. In season 2, the registration for it opens in a couple of days. So lots of people are kind of jumping on and opening their clubs and all that good stuff. I've got some content on the channel if you want to check it out. It'll help you get up to speed with how the game works and get yourself more familiar with it. There's a link pinned in the live chat. It's also in the description of the video on YouTube. You open an account, you support me and all the content here at the channel, including the Deadline show. So sincerely do thank you in advance for you do so. If you do get stuck, if you've got any questions, reach out. We'll sort you out, of course. And it's Football Manager on the blockchain, essentially. It's an open network game. Everyone you play against is a manager, like me or anyone else that's on it, And it's good old fun, good old fashioned Football Manager fun. So highly recommend that for anyone that's not caught it already. And thanks again to everyone that got involved. I'll start pinging out cards to the winners that got involved in the limited card giveaway we did. Thanks to the donation that we got from Scottish Bar Steward Ian for those cards there. But yeah, Harry Boy, take us away into the Challenger lands.
Yeah, so we'll be rapid firing our way through Challenger and Contender. I have a load of Deadline drama to contend with, so
can't wait for that.
Hopefully give ourselves a nice little cushion. But yeah, Eredivisie first is Wola Willem 2. I think this is tonight, so little Friday night curse coming for me. I think on my Willem 2 stack. Got PSV away to Heerenveen. Joey Veerman revenge game. One of his first starts back for PSV. Don't be surprised if he absolutely tears it up because it's Joey Veerman and he just does that. And obviously, ex-club, I'm sure you want to put on a bit of a show.
He's back.
He's back in the stomping ground. Fortuna, I brought in an Alan Halalovic, sorry, this week.
Oh, did you? Well done. Old Wonder Kids reborn.
Literally. Funny story, when I was on my internship for Wales under-19s, we went to Croatia, and I think I've told you, but the under-21 Croatian team were in the same hotel as our under-19s Wales team, and Alan Halalovic was getting breakfast with us, so that was fun.
You need to reconnect with him and get him to sign your cards for you.
I know. Back when I think he was at Barca at the time. Could be wrong, but Feyenoord Hercules, big odds for Feyenoord at home. This Haji Musa guy is the real deal. Shout out Cameron in my Discord, who's been heavily scouting the Challenger players this season. But yeah, he looks really good. Scored a wicked goal, I think midweek actually, or maybe the weekend. But yeah, relatively full strength for Feyenoord. Then we've got Utrecht versus Go Ahead. Go Ahead have been flying, so tough one to call this, even though they're away, and Utrecht have been really good. Very, very hard one to call. Sparta away to NEC, both really struggling recently. So tough one to call this. Really tough. We've got Twente Groningen, another good fixture on paper. Challenge is going to be nuts, I think. I really, really do. We've got Ajax, Almere City again, another heavily favoured team at home. Again, it's a bit of a minnow, no disrespect. And then we've got AZ away to Nakbarada. Well, someone said they wanted to see Sheffield United earlier, so I'll put a couple of the championship ones on the screen for now. Just kind of fly through those. We'll do Watford, West Brom, Norwich, Burnley. Have cards for both, so definitely something to keep an eye on.
Oh yeah.
Norwich have been struggling though recently, so I wouldn't be surprised if Burnley turn them over there. Middlesbrough at home, maybe. Ben Doak, 70% on, the boy. The Dokester. Mate, I think he could be one of your best players in the next years, if not the best for Scotland.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's electric.
In terms of an attacker, he's not like anything we've had this generation, like forever, it feels like. So I'm with you on that. But like Robbo won the Champions League in the league. So it's kind of hard
just think
for me to say
I'm not talking about
now.
Yeah, I'm not talking about what they've won. I just think as a individual player, I think his ceiling is higher than Robbo. I'm gonna stick my neck out and say that.
Interesting. Well, it depends where he goes, I suppose.
Right,
but
yeah.
It's certainly not off the cards.
Lennon Miller said he's the best player he's ever played with.
Yeah, but he's like 12. He's only played with like one team.
He's already captain of one of your Popsy teams. He's captain at 18.
Yeah. When we signed Christopher Ayer from Norway, he was the captain of IK Start at 15.
Wow. That's one of those ones where they're just like trying to pump him full of money and
you know
what I mean? Wow, of course it is. We'll get 5 mil for Ayer. He's 9'9". Give him the captaincy. Why not?
Yeah, fair.
I do really rate Doak. I think he could be unbelievable. Liam knows his stuff in the chat. Liam Drake. As a Borough fan, he's absolutely unbelievable. Yeah, I like what I've seen so far. I'm really high on him. This is a big one though. Bruges Genk. Big game.
Yeah, it is. 6-pointer.
Yeah, big time. Westerlo away to USG. St. Truden versus Anderlecht. Anderlecht with a good result yesterday against Sparta Prague.
Nice
result for them. Circular Bruges away to Ghent. Ghent have looked good recently as well. We've got Sporting CP. Benfica away. Otamendi on a 70. Porto at home to Estrella could be the one. That could be the fixture this week. Estrella.
Went at left back.
Yeah, he played left back last night again. He loves
Feels
it.
overpowered. That wee guy, Martin Fernandez, is the right back. He's got cards. He looks okay, doesn't he?
Yeah, under 23. Yeah, they like him because João Mario's not a right back, and they've been really trying to figure out what to do at that position for a long time now. Bit of Fenner. Fenner and Gala both at home this week could be smash spots, I think. Apparently Osherman has been training, but I heard he was going to be out for like a week or so. Or maybe a bit longer than a week, actually, like 2 or 3 weeks. So yeah, keep an eye on that one. It looks like he might be back. I think we'll do Besiktas and Adana Demirspor. Besiktas have fallen off a cliff a little bit.
Yeah. I don't think they've had a great looking stacking squad, but I don't think they've ever really put some numbers on, have they?
Yeah, definitely. Only one game in Austria, Salzburg against Klagenfurt.
That's all the card winners been sent their offers. Thanks to everyone that got involved. Thanks again for the donations. We actually had a 9th card come into it, donated by Mikey Basson, so thanks very much for that, buddy. And we've still got the Neon Hatate to give away at the end of the stream, so don't forget to hang about for that, guys. We're charged past 120 likes, guys. Could we get to 130 likes? I dare to dream. I dare to dream. Could we do it?
I mean, why not, mate? Why not? Why not?
Harry's still got some deadline drama to go, so I think that'll get the likes up for sure when people see Harry sweating for a change.
Everyone's sweating, yeah.
Harry's channel, of course, if anyone hasn't found it already, is linked in the description of the video. All you need to do is type in Harry Trades anywhere on social media, and you'll find the man here with a nice turquoisey green background behind him. You cannot mistake it, you cannot miss it. So make sure to catch out Harry if you haven't done so already, which I'm sure he's all have, of course.
Appreciate it, mate. I am live actually, like half an hour, 45 minutes after the deadline, doing some scouting.
Christmas. Nice.
Yeah, day 2 scouting today. We're going to do it before, shortly after the deadline stream. So if anyone fancies a bit of under 23 scouting over at my place, we'll be doing some just chilled scouting. Nothing crazy.
Love that. I've got Go Fuck Friday Nights on again tonight, 7:30. I'm going to open 30 boxes before we get stuck into it. So
no way, that many.
So it should be fun.
I should be around. Should be around for that, mate. If you yeah.
Doors always open, Harry boy.
If you need some heads, just blasting through Ligue 2. Ooh, Paris Lorient this week.
First versus second.
Yeah, big game that.
By the way, can you look at the Lorient team for me again quickly?
Yeah.
There's a guy.
Kupri?
Yeah,
Kupri. Yeah, he's going to Leipzig, isn't he?
Linked to Leipzig this week. I've seen. I was like, oh, who's this?
He's good. I think he's a PSG lad. I think. Could be wrong. Yeah. Could be wrong on that, but yeah, he looks really good.
Ivan Uribe, I'm sorry. I can only go with the ones as I've got them on screen. And I'm sorry. You're on the top.
Yeah.
You're running the top segment. I didn't see your name there, buddy. I'm sorry.
Quinny's cursed cuissons.
Yeah, sorry, guys. This guy Mazza looks brilliant, but I think he's maybe just eating his lunch or something.
Yeah, I've told you he was that under 23 kid. Remember, we said 18. He's the boy. Like he's the one, number 10.
It was you. You mentioned him. You're right.
Yeah, he's been on my radar a little bit this season. Someone mentioned
Bastia games at risk of being called off, by the way.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, any worries outside of that? Anyone in the chat got any info on Sorare weather? Basically, is what I'm asking for.
We need some Sorare weather action, don't we?
Yeah, big time. Düsseldorf away to Schalke. The Ulm boys at home. Go on.
Mazza injured, game time decision apparently, so watch out for that. Showshik's just bottom, so that'll be why that happened.
Nice one, Showshik's. We've got Braunschweig versus Elfsborg. This is looking like a good fixture. Mind the Hanover boys away to Fürth. Fürth have been struggling this season. Halstenburg and Leopold and Tresoldi, couple of good lads here.
Yeah, big team.
And then FC Cologne versus Nuremberg. Eric Martel and co. Kasper Janda. Obviously, he will be injured. Hibernian Ross County. Junior Hoylett.
Someone did ask in the chat, why are Hibs favoured over Ross County? And I don't know explicitly why Hibs are favoured over Ross County, other than the Ross County goalkeeper has changed in the last week or two. Ross Laidlaw's injured for a while and they're playing a backup guy. And like at Easter Road, like home, like that kind of does help some teams in Scotland if they're struggling just to have the home game, so maybe that's why. Hard to read much more into it.
Yeah. No big guns in Scotland this week, obviously playing each other.
And it's taken out Dundee and somebody else don't have fixtures because they were meant to play this weekend against us and them. I forget who the other team is, but 2 are missing fixtures.
Wow, okay. Blast through
Aberdeen,
Of course, Aberdeen, yeah. River, I think this could be one of the last game weeks for Argentina for a little while.
So, Ivan, I don't know what you're looking at, but Dundee aren't playing Rangers. Rangers are playing Celtic in the cup final, so Dundee don't have a match. No match for Aberdeen. Yeah. Ivan, don't play your Dundee cards. Same with Aberdeen.
Yeah.
Gaza, that's a great... do you know, I've not banned anyone in the live chat, but Gaza, you know, he's really pushing it. He's really pushing it.
Big cunt, is there any big cunt?
I'm not even going to put it on the screen, you know.
Get him banned.
Gaza,
get him banned.
Gaza, come on.
Yeah, if there's any requests that we haven't already done, so that I'm talking Liga Hypermotion, potentially Serie B, then I'll definitely, and maybe Argentinian League, then I'll more than happy to entertain. If we've already done them, easy scroll back and we'll be flying.
We'll be flying.
I'll chair away to Eldenise. Eldense, I don't know how to pronounce it. Levante. Big Fernandez in goal. Alvarez, under 23 King. Tell you he's back playing football. You know Jose Antonio Martinez, who played for Dallas. He plays in. Is it? Yeah. He just because I was following Dallas a couple of years ago with Jesus Ferreira, and he was the centre half at the time, and yeah, he's playing in Ligue 2 now. Not Ligue 2, in Liga Hypermotion. Ooh, Serrano's on.
Oh,
Serrano. Almira home to Mirandes. Luis Suarez, Memeled, Arribas, all the boys. Mark Pubil is back.
Yeah.
Pubil. Magdeburg, I'm pretty sure I did all the, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I did all the Germans. Definitely open to being wrong on that one. Yeah, did you see Andrade got traded, Quinny?
I did, yeah, to Toronto. Wasn't for that.
Sorry, Cymru, Dakovic is suspended.
Too many problems.
But
I thought it was weird how the trade went down, that San Diego took him and then traded him to Toronto. It's just pure MLS. Like, stop MLSing yourself here. Just like, if you want to buy him, Toronto, just you buy him, you know, and sort it out. I think it'll work out well. I think he's a sort of player, having not watched Toronto much, but from what I hear from people, like Andrade is like a hard working forward, like a real shift putter in her, if that makes sense.
They're going to need it because they're not great.
So I think like a bit of industry up there with whoever they do play alongside him. I think he could do well. Reunite with Sean Johnson, you know, so we bit of NYC over in Toronto. I caught it and I'm excited. Lucas Search season. Who's Lucas Search again? Where did we see him?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Lucas Search. Yeah, I do remember this name, but I can't remember. Was it a gallery review or a lineup build? But we came across this guy. Kaiserslautern. Oh, yeah. This guy was wild, Harry. Did you see this?
Cool.
Kaiserslautern keeper. Backup that's came in. Look at this.
Keeper? Oh, no, centre mid.
Oh, centre back. Sorry. I don't know why I had keeper in my head. Sorry. I don't know why. It's because of his picture. Look, doesn't he just look like a goalkeeper there?
Yeah. Yeah, he does. He really does look like a keeper. He got like keeper shoulders, haven't he? Shoulders. He got coat hangers. Just pick him up.
But yeah. Sorry, it was centre back guy.
Yeah, you mentioned him on lineup building yesterday. I was watching your stream actually. And you said like, why is he getting all these assists basically, which makes sense.
Yeah, that's what it was. His lineup building.
Right, I've got some serious drama, Quinny.
Let's see it.
Got some serious drama to contend with. I'm just doing one more scan on my other screen just in case there's any updates I've missed, and then we can go to town.
Showshix has also bought a Lucas Search, so he's going to get injured. Showshix, the Grim Reaper meme of the week.
Right, so these are the only lineups I've done so far. I've got another probably 12 to go. Right, this is the big contemplation, okay? I've got a lot of options in Champ in season. I've got 2 D1s, I've got a D2.
Fun.
And things are looking good because I've got quite a few goalkeeper options, like Bizot's at home, Dimitrievski, obviously decent fixture, even though Valencia pony. Bolka away to Montpellier isn't terrible either. But basically, Quinny, this is what I was going to do. Do I throw, and we'll ask the chat as well, do I throw all my Friday night boys into one lineup? It's basically an outfield Toulouse stack. Josh King, Serio, who takes pens, Sidibe, and I've got another defender in the form of Souza, or Souza, however you pronounce it. Basically that. And it all happens tonight. It's boom or bust tonight. The other option is take out either Souza or King and play Vinny in there as the captain, let's say. But then, like, say if I do take Souza out and I'll play Vinny here, let's just call it that. My second lineup, or even let's call it the third lineup, probably has Souza in it. So 2 of my lineups could die if I do that, if that makes sense. Because I'll have a defender from Toulouse in another lineup, let's say. Or do I just go all in tonight at home to St. Etienne? Sorry for the mic. Yeah, what do we think?
I don't know. The thing with the stack, because it's D1, that's where I hesitate to just put them together, because, like, is that your D1 build? No, it's just the
Well, it is on
build.
matchups though, mate. Like, it is. Like, it has to be. Like, Kimmich is away. Not to say, like, they can't do great. Diop's away. Ito against Monaco. Like, I do have decent bits, but it's not like there's no 60% at home, for my in-season cards anyway. I have a couple of, older cards that have good matchups. Okay, Rockerita is another one, 66%, but he was going to be in my other D1 that I had planned out. Like Tom Bershoff's away to Dortmund. I don't really have anything like outstanding matchup-wise. That's my only like pushback on that,
Yeah, fair.
Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, do I just
do you have
boom
a
or bust it?
better classic keeper, maybe? Oh no, well, I'm just trying to think. If you do use the 5 Toulouse guys out season, does that open up a goalkeeper upgrade?
I mean,
somehow?
but not really. Bart or
Yeah,
Labrovic, it doesn't really help, honestly. I could go
yeah,
Bizot here, but, want to go all at home. D1 says, is it not better to minimize the risk and play them all Friday? Yeah, that's kind of what I'm. Teddy has to be in. Yeah, I don't know.
but Friday night's only a risk in your head. It's not a real life thing.
It's a real risk, Quinny. Come on.
But it's not like the Toulouse guys are sitting there going, right, guys, it's Friday night, don't fuck it up. Like, they won't be.
No. There is that to it. But, like, am I being stupid not playing Vinny here, basically, is probably the best question.
Is Vinny the best classic? But
I mean, it's either him.
Danilo.
Nah, he's going into underdog because he's out 15 a foot. Yeah. He played against City midweek. Pulled in a 35. Nah, he's definitely not going in there. I mean, I've got a classic Diop if we really want to go there. Classic Enzo.
Classic Enzo feels good.
Kimmich,
yeah.
Away to Mainzo. I'm not.
Like, I don't mind this in-season element of it, but to put the 5th Toulouse guy in, it's just that's where you lose me.
Really? Have you seen his scores?
It's D1, mate. It's D1. It doesn't matter. It's Friday night. It's still your D1 team,
I have 2 D1 teams, so I do have a cushion.
Yeah, but
have you seen this guy's scores?
I'm not picking on who to drop, by the way. So that's your job.
No, I'm just saying, like 50 AA.
Is Sidibe better than him?
Yeah, probably. Well, Sidibe is like 100 capable type of nice. 50 AA. They're both like 50 AA guys. Like,
so is Josh Kingworth taking over Vinny? If you go double defense?
I mean, he's like a 92 capable. Scores goals. Double decisive. It's the matchup. Like, it is the matchup. I'm definitely not going Teddy in here, Tobe. Sorry, I'm not having that. Teddy's just not it for me. And he's only 60% on in a couple of sides, so I'm not too high on Teddy, to be honest.
I don't know. It's a tough one for me.
It is really tough. Basically, like, does Vinny outscore Souza? Basically, is probably an easy question too.
Saint Etienne are so bad away from home right now, but Toulouse haven't got much
Like,
better form.
Remember that Nice Friday for me when they won 8-0?
Yeah,
Like,
fair.
you know, that's my only, not worry, but that's my only thing where I'm like, oh, if the clean sheet comes in, both those defenders have probably done 75 plus quite comfortably. King needs a goal, obviously, and an assist or whatever. Sierra, you know, on pens, you just got to hope they just absolutely annihilate them. Not to say Toulouse are that amazing, but at home they've been pretty solid, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Or do you just go with like an Enzo at home to Brentford? You just know Enzo. Enzo's due a yellow score, by the way. Look at
Think so.
that. Yeah.
At home at Brentford, but who stops him being his best self?
I mean, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, maybe not too many people, to be honest. Kimmich. It's tough, mate. Really tough.
Delete the team and get the computer to build it.
It builds this with Vin. It did anyway earlier.
Ooh. Well done, Harry. You broke it.
I broke the S. Okay, no, they put Diop in there instead of, which I can get, you know, over Sierra, whatever his name
Double
is.
forward.
Double
Interesting.
forward, 90 rated. Should I just go with SD?
I'd maybe SD that one. So I don't like the Friday night thing. If it was D2 or D3, fine. But see, because it's D1, like
But I agree
you'll
with
be
you if it was
gutted if
my
you miss out by
only
5 points because you didn't play Diop and they played
right.
the other guy or whatever. You know, you'll be like, oh, it's fucking D1. I should have took it seriously. You know, and I'd have got 10th. You know,
Yeah. Fuck it, I'm going with SD. I'm doing it.
I can dig it.
I'm
It's a
going
tough
with
one, mate.
SD.
It's a tough one to
Yeah, it
pick.
is
And I
tough.
don't.
It is really tough. For this one then. So this is another D1 then. And we're gonna go.
Weezelmont could have done with the deadline delay this week to see if Mazza was going to play.
Gotta fit Kimmich in here, haven't we, somewhere?
Yeah. So classic Kimmy can do this, no problem.
So then Suzo comes in here then, unfortunately. Like, he is my
Why
next
is that
best
unfortunate?
defender. Well,
They could
because
both
he could kill both. My two D1 lineups could be dead Friday, basically.
But so what kills both of these guys? Is it Saint Etienne scoring 3 goals?
Yeah.
Surely one of them does all right, even if it's a
Yeah,
draw or
yeah.
something.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the issue, Rob. Yeah, you'll be equally gutted when 3 lineups are dead. Yeah, I won't spread. I can't spread Toulouse over 3 lineups. So that doesn't really come into it. I could spread them over 2, which is what I'm technically doing right now. How good's this Montpellier fixture for Nice? Because Nice are fucking dreadful right now.
Montpellier are bottom.
They are bottom.
They are foot of the table bottom. I'll just pull
Yeah.
it out there now. So Montpellier, like 1 win in the last 5. That was at home to Brestois. Nice, by the way, man, they've played 4 games in the last like 15 days or something. Last time they played Montpellier 1-2-1 away to Nice, right enough. Last time this was Montpellier at home in the league, it was 0-0. Although the last 2 trips, or the 2 out of the last 3 trips, Nice have won there 3-2 and 4-1 in the League and Cup. Outside of that,
Okay.
so a wee bit of head-to-head trivia for you there, Harry. I don't think that would have helped. I'm sorry, but
Yeah, that's all good.
Montpellier at home have scored 5 in the last 2.
Yeah. Would
And
you go
Leon,
Teji or Rocco Reeds?
Tej.
Even though that Rocco fixture at home to Hostin Kiel?
But Rocco's a triple guy.
I know.
Does he get the triple against Holstein Kiel?
I mean, does it against Werder Bremen? I don't see why not. I really don't.
Does that then open up room to drop Kimmich for a better classic defender if we went Rocco Teji?
Well, yeah. I've got Upamecano, but is that much better? I don't know.
I don't think this is the game where you'd see Kimmich should score any number of points on any game. We know that, right? But this doesn't look like a game where it's like, oh, Kimmich smashed this week. Like
No, that's my problem. Yeah, that's
kind of
definitely
like
where
a
I'm
safe
at.
70, isn't he? He's like a high 60, safe 70 kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
But Teji and Rocco could both do that anyway. And if they're in
They could.
season, can we get more points in defence?
Not really, because I'm still quite high on Suzo doing quite well. Like, I'm still not against that. I know it's Friday and we've mentioned the curse or whatever, but it's probably my
Fair.
forward I'm probably most worried about, Quinny, to be honest, because Ito's not been on it. So you either go Laborde, you go Perrin, or you go
Rodrigo?
Muller. Well, I couldn't play Kimmich then, could I?
Yeah, if we go Rocco, Teji, Rodrigo.
Maybe. Again, I don't know if he's not as. I don't know.
It's tough, man. Your
It's
teams are
tough, isn't it?
so. It's the whole like I don't know with Kimmich and who was it in the last team? Who was the classic we just picked again? I've forgotten. Vinny.
Vinny.
I know with these guys you obviously need to use them in season as the classic piece or whatever, but the whole like jigsaw puzzle of who the classic player is
Right. It's horrible,
is a
isn't it?
huge it's a huge fork in the road you give yourself sometimes, isn't it? With who you
Big
pick
time.
and you're just kind of on them.
So this is going to be mainly Nice boys is in my head. It's going to be Luche, Bolka. I've got to play Rocco somewhere. I think he has to play.
I can dig it.
And then it's Laborde only played 25 yesterday, so he should be relatively safe.
I'd take Muller here.
Would you?
Yeah. Muller, Kimmich.
I've got Kimmich in the other one.
Oh, so that team stayed. Sorry, I thought that was a
Sorry,
wipe
I put Teji in the extra because he's playing against Bolka, so I can't have those two in obviously the same lineup. So
yeah.
I tell you what I did earlier though. I had Houston in one of my lineups. Would you play him over Suzo?
Play who?
Dean Houston, the Bournemouth kid.
Over the Toulouse guy?
Yeah.
Did you not have him in D1 Super Rare, but?
No, I don't have D1 Super Rare.
I thought you said that or under 23, no. D1.
No.
Don't know why I thought you said he was in a D1. Fair enough. I could play him. That's a good game.
As in, like, you play him over Suzo, would you? Like in the other lineup, if that makes sense. Like this lineup.
Oh, I follow
like
you
here,
now.
You know?
You could definitely do that. But I think, like, what's Housen's ceiling in a game like that? I don't know.
It's tough to say, isn't it? We haven't seen enough of him. He's probably a bit too much of a risk, isn't he, really, if we're being honest? Like, we just don't know what we're going to get there, in my opinion.
Good. We know Antonio, they're playing Bowen up front. Could be good possession to be had for him. Shouldn't be too hard to win a lot of aerial duels if the ball goes long.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, slim pickings down there. It's the forward that's killing me here because I can easily play an in-season mid that can work. Like I just go Lo Celso.
Not looking for a good classic to fill that spot.
Well, it's more, do I have a good classic here?
Do that. Play Rodrigo.
Rodrigo in there, maybe.
That's a fun team.
Something like that. Tobias reckons Kimmich over Vid. Bournemouth would do a smash. I don't know. I'm just going to leave it as this, I think. Because I've basically dropped Sierra from all my lineups who plays tonight for Toulouse. Which I'm not totally against.
Here's one for everyone in the chat. Would you rather go double Liverpool defence? So I'm guessing that's Robbo, maybe Van Dijk, alongside Trent, of course. Or take Son in your extra spot. I'm probably going Liverpool double defence.
I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm gonna back Perrin.
Nice.
And I'm gonna play my other Diop in here.
Ooh, that's fun.
And give him the armband in that one. So we've got Ito. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with it. I've had enough now. Bored of it.
19 minutes to go, Harry boy.
Yeah, I'll fly through these. I kind of know what's going on from here. I want to play Rodrigo in underdog because he's out 15 under 45.
Somebody said Toolhouse in the chat, and then guess 2 comments later who showed up. Andy Black in the house. Love to see it, mate. Thanks for joining us. It's now Harry. Harry's turn to sweat. I'm just double checking I'm not being a fool here and being, oh, yeah, I'm fine.
Nah, I kind of did all these earlier, kind of, so.
Oh, I did actually have something for the chat to help me out with. Let me just double. Yeah, Zubimendi's a problem for me. I need to fix as well. If we think he's 50-50. Oh, he didn't play Thursday. Does that mean he's better for the weekend then? No, he's still 50-50. And that other kid might play in that position again.
Who's that?
That defender card we just seen. I might go get his classic while he's mad cheap in case he becomes good, but I need to swap that Zubimendi for maybe Ferran Torres. Yeah, I think I'll do that. I think I dropped Ferran earlier. I had him in the fold. Yeah.
I'm going for a fun underdog team, Quinny. You ready?
Oh, yeah. I love fun underdogs. Let's hear it.
Danilo, Bart, Gluch, Rodrigo, and somebody else.
That is good.
Pretty punchy, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
45. What do we need here? Laborde's 42. Toonstra playing super rare. Mola. Bodani. I think I'm going to go Jordan James. Or Saibita, that would have been nice. Actually, no, it's Big Sven. Shout out Andy Black. I knew I...
Ooh.
Yeah, I forgot. I had him in there.
And look at the match rate in 69.
That is a tool house.
There's a tool house Sven Coombs there, isn't it?
100%.
Love that.
Let me go D2.
Andy Black approves. Love to see it.
Love it. I'll tell you one thing I haven't done is I have another in-season challenger team to contend with. We've got time. I'm nearly done, to be honest.
The sweat is on, Harry boy.
Yeah. Light work. Light work.
Tom, can't believe your team's an underdog team. Danilo's
yeah,
and
it is a bit mad, isn't it? This one would be okay, the super rare one, but I need a defender, basically, and I probably left it too late now, haven't I? But Rodrigo, Toonstra, and then this would be Maziz. Yeah, he is, but he's not under. He's 48.
Oh, sorry. Thought it was enough. Thought Sorare would have done that heavy lifting for you, you know?
Yeah, they don't, to be fair. Danilo Vega's the only one. He's in a horrible game, but I'm just going to do it anyway because I don't care at this point.
Good luck. And underdog, it doesn't matter if you have one guy that stinks. Like, surely every team's going to have one guy that sucks ass.
You'd hope so, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You'd hope so. And then I've got Child Classic to contend with.
I've got one dilemma left to sort out before the deadline, and I'm looking forward to the chat helping me out with a contribution for it. See what your thoughts and feelings are. But otherwise, training's all done for me, and everything else is cooking. I'm enjoying not sweating my deadline.
For once.
For once, yeah.
Does Sven get in here? Second Sven. Probably does, doesn't he? Sven.
He's a kind of why not guy, isn't he, when you're at that level of the build?
Yeah. Connor Roberts. Yeah, I'm going to go Sven. He's due something.
Yeah. I think all my decisions are quite square.
You're all done.
Yeah. Just one thing to do that the chat's going to help me with. I've gone with the team you made me, Quinny. Let's see what happens. Let's hope so. Rico man. Captain João Pedro in the derby against Crystal Palace for Brighton, or Cunha, Wolves at home to Ipswich. Harry boy.
That's tough. They're both very similar spots. I'd say Cunha.
Bit more team reliant on him, aren't they?
Yeah. I think I'm going to change El Karauni out for... I'm going to go double forward there.
Ooh.
And then... Yeah, that's probably almost it. I think I need to do an under 23 rare.
Sancho or Gakpo, Harry?
Sancho or Gakpo? Oh, that's tough. Probably Gak.
Ooh.
Just about, yeah. Tough though, really tough.
We don't have a Braga team. Sorry, Matt. I just went and checked for you. Now, guys in the chat, we are just about 10 minutes away to the deadline. I'll show you my deadline drama that I've got. Tati Castellanos won't be playing for Lazio, so I have ran out of super rare forwards, as you can see here. All three of these teams are in Div 2, so they're all kind of equal standing. But the only forward options I've got are some of our favourite forwards at the club, of course, but they are not prolific or ever present. So it is kind of a toss-up between Duvikas off the bench, away to Sevilla for Celta Vigo, Stuani off the bench for Girona, away to Mallorca, Enes Unal off the bench, Bournemouth at home to West Ham, Lucas Nemeka, would you believe it, off the bench, Wolfsburg away to Freiburg. They are the options. We're not thinking about Werner, not thinking about Edward. I don't think they're going to feature. And the other guys are all out. So out of those four, chat, let me know who you would be going for. Well, maybe even do a poll. That'd be fun. Yeah, let's do a poll. Oh, we've already got a poll. Right, let's close the... You've all hit the like button. Guys, we're at 139 likes. Guys, could we get to 150 likes at the end of this show?
Is that a record, Quinny?
I think it would be if we got to 150. I think it would be for a live. I think so. So I'm going to put a wee poll in the chat, guys, okay? We've got Unal. We've got Nemeka. We've got Duvikas. And we've got Stuani. Bunch of super subs. Who's going to get the goal? Oh, Stephen Vinnick, by the way, with some intel here. Unal hits free kicks.
Ooh, okay.
Bruno Prince is saying Castellanos, I think he's yellow card suspended, so there's like no chance of it like coming through. And Charlie Dunbar just panicked, brought a Braze Mendes. Mikey Baston says Nemeka. And we've got the West Ham fans saying it's going to be Unal.
Okay.
The poll is up, guys. Get into the live chat, hit the poll. Let me know who should be the super sub striker for the last super rare team here. It's going to go outside. John McGinn and Saul, nice wee midfield. Killison playing Sociedad, maybe not my best keeper. And Angelino, very solid defender. Way to Como. Any cheap champ forwards? Callum, Carter, Davison. The ones I was looking at for this game week was Borussia Mönchengladbach. The chat is dominating NSU now, Harry boy.
Don't know. Have he scored a goal yet?
Yeah, he's got an L5 for a super sub you'd be happy with.
Okay.
2 goals in the last 4 off the bench.
Respectable.
Or 2 decisives, I beg your pardon. Yeah, we fancy Unal, don't we? Unal, let's do it. West Ham awful defending set pieces. Another West Ham fan condoning Unal. Do we captain Unal then and just go balls to the wall on him?
Yeah, it feels like you're all in now at this point. Double down.
Fuck it. Right, captain Unal. Let's do it, big man. Let's do it. Poll 51%. 4-man vote. 50% of you went for Unal. So thanks very much, guys, for that. We're at 144 likes, propelling ourselves towards the 150. So thanks to everyone that's getting stuck on that for us. And I don't know if there's anything else in my teams that are really worth showing. For the most part, I've got a good amount of champ stuff, nice collection plays on the go everywhere. But the main thing I'm kind of half interested or excited for, I guess, is like playing Contender without Celtic. So this is all I've got, Harry. Celtic.
Wow. That's mad for you.
Yeah, not that much. So we got a wee bit of D1 in season, D1 Classic, D2 Classic, try and get that promoted for next weekend. Van der Vert and a wee 4-man team. Yeah, the training teams are square. I think I quite like some of my champ lineups, Harry, because like for this team, for example, this is like a different club and a different season for every card. So that's quite fun collection action on the go. And I've got another team that was kind of like that as well. I thought, oh, that's cool. I like that. No, it might have just been it. But they've all got collection pieces and stuff like that in them, so I'm quite high on that. In season Valencia tonight in La Liga, getting Ferran Torres, old Valencia classic in with the new Valencia collection. Wee bit of that on the go.
Love it.
Danny Olmo and stuff. Yeah, so I've got some fun teams. I'm kind of excited on nothing too compelling, as it were. 30 boxes tonight. That's what I'm looking forward to.
That will be fun. Very fun. Quite a lot of Monday fixtures I've got.
Yeah, I noticed there's quite a few Mondays.
Porto and Gala both play Monday.
That's the last midweek we've got until New Year for Champions League and stuff like that. So there'll be a wee bit of spillover from that, maybe the Thursday nighters.
I've got a little D1 contender going out because why not?
Why not, mate? Yeah, go for it.
Fucking low on forwards though. Yeah, I might have to rug that and go ultra attacking.
Yeah.
See what I've got left. So what is it? Goalkeeper, the forward in here, yeah?
Yeah. A goalkeeper and a mid. Everything else is forward.
Yeah. Goalkeeper and a mid.
Play Bischoff, you coward.
No, big sob.
Oh, let me attack. Okay, fair enough. Right.
We've got a bit of depth here. We can adjust.
Savio's on to play for City. Muller. Ooh.
Muller, Laborde, El Ghazi. That's not doing too much down there. Nakamura, Danny Welbeck at home. Perrin. I'm back in Brennan. I don't care.
Nice.
Let's do it. And then another forward, yeah?
Yeah.
Laborde.
Muller.
Do you want to go Muller? Young Muller, baby. Let's do it.
Tap in Merchant for Bayern.
Yeah, why not? Okay, I think I'm all set. I just need to do training, which I'm not too bothered about.
5 minutes to the deadline, Harry boy.
Yeah, we happy with these champs then? We completely deprioritized the Toulouse stuff, kind of. Have I shit myself? Probably.
Vinnick thinks you should be braver with Brennan, in fact.
Yeah, I have played him. He's in places. I don't want to go too brave, though.
Fair.
Can't always, yeah. Like he's just a 60 merchant, really. I can't do contender. Under 23. I could put out a second lineup just for the lols, just in case.
Oh, Husen's not in a team.
He's not,
Feels
no,
like a
which
miss.
yeah, kind of, but I don't know. I'm not too bothered. Like he's unknown for me right now, you know. It's very hard for me to like be all guns blazing on him. Because of
Fair.
that. That's my only pushback, I'd say. But yeah, are we happy with this? Teji, Kimmich. Let me have one more quick look. If I don't get training, I honestly don't really care.
Blasphemy.
I've said it.
Blasphemy. Why, yeah. You say Harry?
So what I'm gonna do one last change.
Oh, a final tweak.
Final tweak. I'm gonna go.
Double defense.
Nah, midfielder.
Was that the mid guy? Sorry.
Yeah, I'm worried about. I don't know. I just can't get too high on Teji for some reason.
Fair enough.
Who did I have in there then? Oh, we haven't played Bischoff anyway, have we?
Looking good, Harry. Looking good.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to play the in-season Bischoff because he has better XP. And we'll call it a day there.
Love it. Guys, we're at 146 likes on YouTube. Could we get 4 more? Could we get 4 more? We've only got 2 minutes to the deadline, guys. So they are going to be so happy. I think everyone's boxes is going to be off. I'm opening 30 boxes tonight, Harry. They're going to be bursting full of essence if we get to 150 essence. 150
30 is
likes.
a lot of boxes, isn't
Sorry.
it?
It is. It's a bucket ton. I've been saving them up for like 4 game weeks. That'll be.
Yeah, it's good going.
Toby's slating your niece in terms of your Teji lack of faith.
He worries me why he's 60. I don't know why he's only 60% on. Worries me.
Ah, fair enough. Yeah. He did have a bit of an injury concern like a week ago, didn't he?
I think so, yeah. You'll probably end up smashing now. I know it. You can just spot that one a mile off.
He's 70% on Predictor 5.
Yeah. It doesn't give me enough. I want a little bit more, I think.
Fair enough.
Yeah, Nice are bad, but Montpellier are much better. That's the issue, you know?
Yeah, rock bottom of the league.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah.
We're locked in, Quinny.
We're in the deadline, and I've got my question ready for the Hatate giveaway. It's the same question, but with 3 different players. I don't know who to select. So I think I'm going to go with, you chinned me earlier on because Sociedad did so well this game week, and he said, that was your Rangers bias that came out there against you. Timo Werner was the man that let the side down. What was Timo Werner's raw points score? I want, including 1 decimal place. I want to see 2 numbers, dot number. Timo Werner, what was his score? First correct answer gets this card.
Can't be decisive.
High. That'll help you.
Yeah, I was going to say, it couldn't have been that
Answers are flying in. Everyone absolutely love it. This is the team he wrecked for me, which was okay. Like, Braze and Aaron Barrow didn't do great, but Captain Taki, nuts. And like I say, 25 points to a card. If we'd got somebody with a decisive like an Oyarzabal, we would have been cruising our way into the tier 4, certainly. And he came in with a 33.9. So the first 33.9 that I see on the YouTube page, let me scroll back. 33.9. Oh, I think Tom Godfrey's the first one. Tom Godfrey, can I find you on this system as well, just so I can put it on screen? Dun, dun, dun. It is Tom Godfrey, but I'm just looking for... Congratulations, Tom. I need your club name, buddy. Tom Godfrey. He's the first one on this system as well. GG's, mate. Well done to you. You've won the shiny, sparkly, neon Christmas Hatate. So let me know your club name, buddy, and we'll send that over to you. And Harry Trades, you're going to be live in your place in, what, 30 minutes?
Yeah, I need to check what time I've scheduled it for, because I scheduled it a few days ago. I think it's, half an hour or 45, I'm going to say, from now. But let me have a quick gander on my phone. I'm going to guess 1:45. Let's have a look. And it is, 1:45. So 45 from now.
Sorry, Tom. Congratulations. 45 minutes, guys. Harry Trades' place. Be there or be cheese. And then normally about an hour after that time that you're scheduled for, Laird's normally live. And then I've got the Friday thing on the go. And it's a rewards night for some folks. So it could be a proper fun Sorare Friday for you all. Hopefully your teams are all cooking. Tom Godfrey, congratulations, mate. Thanks for supporting the channel. And everyone, I think that's good luck for the weekend, everyone. That's us.
Yeah, 100%. I'm buzzing for it. I am giving away a few cards as well. Just a quick plug in 45 minutes, basically. So 5 or so cards, a couple of Predictify membership giveaways and all that fun stuff. So yeah, we did one yesterday. I think Bob Franklin might have won one. Yeah, I think it was Bob. Yeah, I need both of those. So I don't, to be fair. I don't need a Scooby, but I do need a drink. Did we lose Quinny?
Guys,
are we back?
So they are so happy. They just broke the internet. We've hit 154 likes. Absolutely smashed it, guys.
That's insane.
I think everyone's waiting for us to say bye. So goodbye, everyone. I guess the glitch kind of ruined it there, but have a good weekend, everyone. See you soon. Satara.